Qing's Prose, The Future of Women. I always feel that standing in front of the times, individuals are very small. For example, revolutionary women seem to have been admired once, but now they have become the object of ridicule. This is a period of low tide, when people are unpredictable, timid, and nothing works. What should women do? At present, there is only one way, which is prostitution. This sentence is not too extreme, nor does it contain contempt. Because all power is concentrated in the hands of a few men, women have nothing special to compete with. What is left of a female body if it is not prostitution? As the proverb goes, when water goes low, people's expectations go high. How about trying to find out the truth about the so-called working women? Aren't several well-known female businessmen all relying on the care of others behind the scenes? As for women who really rely on their own abilities to live, it is not that there are no women, but they are miserable and may only be able to support themselves, far less than courtesans. They are often filial daughters and loving mothers. They have a heavy burden, so they have to engage in prostitution. Prostitution is painful, and it's not easy either. Many women strive for professional success in order to facilitate selling, while others use prostitution as a means to achieve real professional success. If examples of the latter increase, women's careers will have a tendency to develop. I think that's inevitable, because modern men are becoming increasingly unreliable. Their financial capabilities are limited. It seems that women cannot get a stable guarantee if they only sell themselves to one man, so they have to make more plans for themselves and use prostitution as a temporary transitional means. This kind of contrarian approach is absolutely necessary when doing anything, but women still suffer the disadvantage of raising children, which has to be considered in detail. I think that as long as the fertility problem cannot be reasonably solved, women will never really rise up. Women's future happiness is built on public education of children, and considerable birth control is also necessary. Some people think that it is a woman's nature to love children, which is true, but it is also partly because women have no other place to turn. A passionate adulterer will not love her children very much, and a career-minded woman will be more likely to neglect her children. Who says this is an eternal theorem? Moreover, if the child is placed in a nursery during the day and brought back at night, the physical love can still be maintained. Otherwise, if 4 or 5 children are crowded together every day, and there are no servants at home to help with the cooking, then in such a hot day, the mother will be cursing her little enemy without suffering from heat stroke. I know that all educational theories, health knowledge, artistic accomplishments, etc., are of no use in families with many children and financial constraints. Taking care of children is really a difficult task, not to mention other chores to be taken care of. If a woman is reluctant to leave her child temporarily and leaves the child in the care of a maid, it will not only be too painful for the woman, but also treat the child badly. Sacrificing yourself for your children is certainly a nice thing to say, but you must be able to sacrifice yourself. And sacrificing yourself must be beneficial to your children. Like most current women, they are not necessarily willing to sacrifice themselves, but they have no other choice if they don't sacrifice like this. There will always come a day when men cannot survive, and men will give up women, and women will give up their children, because if they don't give up, they will both die together, and the consequences will be unimaginable. As a remedy, if the country can't take care of this for the time being, I think it's better for public-spirited people in the society to set up as many nurseries as possible. The neighbors in Ollie Lane can also cooperate with each other. That is, you can take care of me for a few hours, and I can take care of you. Take care of for a number of hours. Because taking care of 5 children is not much harder than taking care of 3 children. Also, reliable publicity about birth control is necessary. As far as we know, the number and frequency of abortions among women in Shanghai is truly astonishing. Scraping the uterus once is very expensive and cannot be afforded by people below the middle class. Therefore, many women either carelessly raise their babies and then abandon them, or they randomly take herbal medicines to abort the baby. As a result, some women die due to excessive bleeding after miscarriage. Even though some fetuses are aborted, the cells are still stuck in the uterus, which is extremely dangerous. It is really pitiful to be a woman. As for the ideal contraceptive method, It seems that there are not many of them at present, and the existing ones are that the joy of sex is lost without contraception, and they are often not very reliable. Surgery and the like are not easy to recover from, are too expensive, and women still have prejudices and fear. So few people are willing to take it resolutely. These are vital and important issues for women and should be discussed more. Then there may still be optimism for women's future.
Alright, this part of the story ends here.
Want to know what happened next? Let's listen to the breakdown next time.